next guests were recently the #1 trending story online for People magazine after their unlikely romance proved love can get greater later, even if it takes 20 years to have that fairy tale ending. Broadway star Christy Altomare had all but given up hope on love. That's what she said. But then the unexpected happened. Her childhood crush, Chris Crook, came sashaying, swans, I don't even know, galloping like a knight in shining armor back into her life. I know I'm giddy over the story. Listen, Christy shared their inspiring love story in an Instagram video that's been making hearts melt. Take a look. Such a sucker for a good love story, and this one is great. Christy Altomare and Chris Crook are here with us. Guys, you got me crying. Welcome to the show. I mean, I am in full-blown real tears here because it is so beautiful. You thought that you might never see him again.
I mean, it had been 20 years. We had lost touch, as we do. We say we fell in love kind of, well, we had crushes on each other during the wonder years, right? 11, 12, 13 years old. And then we just lost touch, and I was engaged to be married.
I was previously married.
And over the pandemic, you know, he had gotten a divorce, and I had, you know, broken up with my fiance, and we just sort of thought, well, maybe this is it for us, and we're just going to spend our time focusing on ourselves.
Right.
And then
on a whim, I went to Christy's show, and
it's so crazy because I had never done a solo Broadway cabaret before, but they always say, like, you should do the things that scare you the most. And I knew I was going to be terrified, but I went and I did it, and the first number I sang was For the First Time in Forever. Do you know that? It's from Frozen.
Yeah.
And the second verse, she says, what if I meet the one? I suddenly see him standing there, blah, blah, blah. And it's all about her meeting the one, and then right after the show, there he was, and I just fell madly in love with him.
That night she...
I can't breathe. I mean, this is like amazing. Chris, your family convinced you to go to the show, the one-woman show that Christy was doing.
Yes, my mom had gotten tickets. She got 4 tickets. So my sister's friend Amy, and my mom, and there was a 4th ticket available, and I was like, I think I'm gonna go. I haven't seen Christy perform in about 20 years.
His family.
Since you were hanging out at Barnes and Nobles in the back.
Yeah, I did light boot stuff while she was in high school shows.
So he lit me in my high school shows all those years.
And I used to go to the stage at one point.
At one in 8th grade.
This is, you're finishing each other's sentences. This is like a musical being performed right here in front of me. So Broadway had gone dark, and that's why you were doing that show. So
Yeah.
Chris, when you got the 4th ticket, did you think, all right, I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna say hi, and if she feels this way about me, this is or did you have any agenda?
I had no agenda going into it, actually. It was my mom elbowing me during the show going, she's not wearing a ring. And I'm like, maybe she's not wearing it because she's performing.
Because everyone knew I was engaged. There was a big announcement because I was playing Anastasia on Broadway. I had originated that role, so when it came out I was engaged, it was all over like all the Broadway media.
So the word was out, you were taken.
Everyone
But
thought
you weren't.
No.
She's not wearing the ring. So, okay, this is so good. All right, so your mom nudges you, and then when did you say, okay, I'm going for it?
Our director of our middle school shows, Mr. Hallman,
who gave me my first lead ever, ended up passing away. And the next day, the day after my show, we went to the funeral, and he found out that he had passed away at the show.
Yes, I had no idea, and I was like, I would give Bill a good send-off, so I decided to go as well, and we reconnected at the funeral and talked a bit more.
And at the funeral, literally, you know, when you pay respects to the family, they were like, "Are you guys dating?"
So apparently we were giving off those vibes.
We were giving off the energy. Like there was this unspoken connection between the two of us.
You can't stop looking at each other. And I can't stop looking at you. I feel like the creepy friend here. But listen, so the funeral, you know, you mourn together, and then
of course.
What was the moment where you said, I cannot go another minute of my life without her?
Honestly, it was I think some of that energy from those times we had together that she had mentioned she still had her old AOL email address. And I was like, you know, I'm just gonna send her like a little something. It's like, hey, if you're back in town and you want to like grab a drink or hang out.
It was a very long email. It was a very
You mentioned the email because I know that, and I have it here. You went back and found an old letter that he sent to you from way back in the day, and it said, how old were you when you wrote this? I'm going to read it.
Let's see, it was 2000, I was 13.
You're 13. You're very mature at 13. It says, I really don't know how to put it into words, but I wish I was with you, and I'm pretty sure you like me too. What do you think of me in the way of being, you know, your boyfriend? And then you sign it, Chris. But then you add P.S. I would say love, Chris, but I think I shouldn't say love unless I'm totally sure I mean it.
These days, I know I'm sure I did that.
I didn't realize, but when I was younger, when I was 13 years old, I kept this big scrapbook, and in the front it says Christy Altomare's relationships. And it was just like any guy I had a crush on back then. And there were pictures of the boys from middle school and old emails that I had printed out and saved. And I had never responded to him, but because I had a huge crush on him.
Look at this.
You always had a crush on me, but I think it's because his sister and I were really good friends. You know, you never want to. Yeah, he was.
Okay. My head's spinning. Listen, you were on a one-woman show. Can you guys do this on stage and make this into like a musical on love or something and write this out?
I really like you.
Listen, it gets greater later, and it's never too late for love. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, Christy and Chris, you can read more about their story and others like it at people.com. Coming up, a retired banker who at age 70 reinvented herself as a model. Why she's on a mission to change beauty standards in the fashion industry. We'll be right back.